to be still on the road trip.
I think I'll be dealing with it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and call to order the March 10th, 2026 regular board meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our mission statement is learning for life. Vision statement is Southgate Community School is the best choice for students and parents. With that, I will entertain a motion on the agenda.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Motion by Dr. Pomponio. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Mr. Koopser. Any discussion on the agenda? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we have an agenda. Presentations, I don't see any presentations on for tonight, so call that a win. Citizens' comments. Anybody who would like to address the board for up to 3 minutes may do so. Is there anybody who'd like to address the board? Okay. Seeing none, we'll close the public comment. Brings us to G, the consent agenda. That consists of February 10th, 2026, the regular session minutes, and the regular board minutes, the HR update, and the February 2026 disbursements. I'll entertain a motion on the consent agenda.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Yeah, motion by Dr. Pomponio. Is there support? Support. Support by Mr. Sage. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's approved. And it gets us to the action agenda. Item 1 is the approval of the Anderson High School varsity baseball trip.
Okay, well, good evening, Board. I get the honor of presenting this to you this evening. Our Kendall is now out on maternity leave, and her baby Margot was beautifully born on March 23rd, and so she's enjoying time at home, tender time at home with her little one. So I have the honor of presenting to the board a request for Anderson's High School to attend a baseball team, Escanaba, Michigan, from March 7th to 10th, 2026, to participate in an interscholastic competition. This trip is a part of a semi-annual exchange in which Southgate travels to Escanaba one year and Escanaba travels to Southgate the following year. During the trip, the team will compete against state-ranked Escanaba and Nugami on Friday, and then on Saturday the Titans will play Escanaba again, as well as Swan Valley. This experience provides student athletes with the opportunity to compete against high-level teams outside of the local area, while also having an opportunity to engage in team building. The expenses for this trip will be covered through the varsity baseball account.
Any questions for staff? No, there's probably still going to be snow up there.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, I'll bring the discussion back to the table. Entertain a motion on action item number 1.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the Anderson High School varsity baseball trip request as presented.
Okay, motion by Dr. Pomponio. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Mr. Sage. Any discussion on the item? Mr. Green.
As you know, Mr. President, as per the agreement, I shall abstain from this vote.
Any questions for Mr. Green?
That was not part of the
Oh,
deal.
I thought that was.
I mean, they can, but
I just think it's a great opportunity for the kids again.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
we've done it. This is our second time. And the games are on the radio. You can actually streamline them. People down here could listen to the games, and
Yeah.
it's kind of cool. So it's different up there, in the UP. They put all those games in the radio and stuff, and it's just something different. And ironically, and I know Sean and some other people are the viewing audience. It's crazy all the red tape you have to go through to play out of state teams. So literally, there'd be like 5 or 6 pieces of paperwork to go to Toledo to play somebody from Ohio, which is an hour away, versus staying in the state of Michigan, even though it's 5 hours away. So, is what it is.
Any other discussion on the item? No? All right, seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, we have 1 abstention noted. That passes. Okay, Action item number 2 is the Anderson Winter Guard World Championships. Presenting Winter Guard.
I will present that as well. Grab it here.
This is the World Championship we're talking about here, so.
Right.
Hello. After competing in the 2026 WGI Flint Color Guard Regional, the Southgate Anderson Winter Guard will qualify to compete in WGI World Championships in the greater Dayton-Cincinnati area. This competition will not only allow us an opportunity to gain valuable feedback from adjudicators, but will also provide opportunities for our students to witness the best world-class color guards compete on the biggest stage our activity has to offer. Expenses for this trip are funded entirely by the Southgate Band Boosters, fundraising efforts, and student participation fees. Students will present at World Championships from Wednesday, April 8th, 2026 until Saturday, the 11th, 2026. At this time, we are seeking approval from the board for students to attend this event. Thank you.
Any questions for staff? Looks like it's well chaperoned, so. Okay. All right, with that, I'll bring the discussion back to the table, entertain a motion on action item number 2.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the Anderson Winter Guard World Championships trip request as presented.
Okay, a motion by Dr. Pomponio, is there support?
Support.
Supported by Mr. Sage. Any discussion?
I just want to say that they always do great, and I love those shows. Yeah,
Yeah, our team has been
yeah.
out of this world.
Good luck.
Good. Any other discussion? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion's approved. Action item number 3 is approval of the robotics, metronics equipment auction purchase.
Hello, Mark Hanson, Assistant Principal and CT Director at Southgate Anderson High School. Recently, we have some robotics equipment from our relocation of our mechatronics program at the Flat Rock Assembly Plant that's gone up for auction at CSI sites, open auction. The robotics program is in need of some of the pieces that we have for up for auction, and there are a couple other pieces that would improve their capabilities greatly. 2 items that we have that are outdated, that are difficult to find replacement parts and keep in working order, are the jet lathe and the 3 Acer e-mill. Both of these have starting bids of $1,000, and the cost as new is $11,000 or $13,000, depending on which one you're looking at. We are requesting that we are allowed to put in bids at this auction for the jet lathe up to $7,000, and then for the Acer e-mill up to $5,000 to see if we can get a good price for our robotics team to be able to replace their equipment for a cheaper cost. These 2 machines are very lightly used. They don't have very many running hours on them at this time, so I think this is a really good opportunity to replace some equipment for minimal cost. There's also a Haas mini mill, which is valued new at $40,995, and that has an opening bid of $5,000, and we are asking for a maximum bid of $20,000. And the Haas lathe at new is $38,945. Again, that has an opening bid of $5,000, and we are asking to be able to put in a bid for up to a maximum of $20,000. There's also a cost with moving these items out of the Flat Rock Assembly Plant that has to go through the UAW, and the plant managers have to approve it. And we are asking for a maximum total amount to be able to spend of $32,000 on this equipment.
Dr. Pomponio.
Well, I'm a little confused. So you need equipment? It's not our equipment that's going up for bid?
So this equipment was purchased with CT grant funding. So we cannot take CT grant funded equipment and just reallocate it into our district for a non-CT program. And robotics is not a CT program. So for us to be able to do that, it does have to go out to the public for purchase, since we're not able to
Okay.
use those in our CT programs. But in this way, this is a way we can hopefully try to get these purchased at a lower cost than buying them at new.
Okay, thank you.
So the total is 32,000 that you're asking for, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you add up all the minimum bids, it's higher than 32. So are you not bidding on everything, or?
Well, the two Haas machines would greatly improve our robotics capabilities. They're not necessities, but if we were able to get them for under that $32,000 total, we would love to have them.
Does that include the 10 to move it?
I think there's been an error on
Can't be.
the numbers there.
Okay.
Are we asking to spend up to 20,000 per item on that, or combined?
We are asking to spend 7,000 on the lathe, 5,000 on the mill, up to 20,000 on each the Haas mill and the Haas lathe.
So that, I think the
52.
total is
That's-
wrong.
That's 52,000.
Yeah.
And then the 10,000 to move it, right?
Yeah.
So now we're at 62,000.
62 is what you'd be asking for, not 32.
When does the
40.
when does the auction come down?
8 days.
Is it
Okay,
up right now?
Okay. So let's, maybe we can revise this recommendation to request that the board approve up to 62,000. It sounds like is what we're really asking for, rather than the 32,000.
Okay.
So if that can be in that motion, if you are comfortable with that change,
Up
to
to,
62,000.
up to
not to exceed.
62,000, not to exceed for maximum bids?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think that would
Okay.
allow us to make this adjustment on the fly.
okay, that sounds
So
good.
62 is what we want all
Is it
day, right?
52 or 62? that
Well,
we're
the
talking?
10,000.
20,
So
20,
it's like 62 because of the 20 and 20.
If we went to the maximums on all of them.
Went to the
To the
maximum,
maximum
and
on
then
all
the
of them,
10,000 to move.
10 to move it.
Okay, got it.
Do they just move it out of the building?
Yeah,
They
they
don't
have to,
deliver.
they have to disconnect, move it out of the building to the loading dock, and then
Then you gotta take it from
we
there.
gotta take it from there.
Is there more cost on that?
No.
And we don't need anything to install it where we get it?
Nope. Jason Hardy has said that they would be able to take care of any electrical setups and things like that once it gets to Garish, and they pick it up.
Yeah, we don't expect to go to the max on that. We actually had our robotics coach give us what he thought was a fair value and that we shouldn't exceed certain amounts. And they're less than the 20,000 per item on those. So I do think we have in mind our bid and auction amount. I don't think we're comfortable making that really public, given
Yeah, you don't wanna share the.
the nature of the auction.
Right.
So we have in mind how far we will go, but to prevent us from coming back to you and asking for more, if you
Right.
would be willing to approve the full amount, we apologize for the error in the calculation.
The write-up didn't have 32. It said so.
I just want to make sure we're all on the same page here, because there's a lot of different numbers being rolled around. First of all, I think this is great. I called Sharon on this item. She'll tell you by itself. And I said, I think that if we can get this or some of these for this, I think this is awesome. I actually asked if I could bid on them, because I'd be like, don't give me unlimited amounts though. That would be a bad idea. My question is the money that we have, this is coming out of the robotics fund? Do we have the money there? Is it coming out of the general fund?
This would be a bond purchase.
So it's from the bond money?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's capital equipment.
It's capital equipment through the bond. Okay, that's question one that answers that. You answered one of my second question was, are we prioritizing? It sounds like we are. that we have in mind that we don't want to show our hand, like playing poker, what we want to prioritize. My third question would be, I don't need a dollar amount, but let's just say, and I'm just saying it for instance, are we willing to, let's just say we don't get item 1 and 2, are we willing? Why, I don't know how to word
These
it.
are all probably at the same time. They probably all end at the same
They're all
time.
bidding and ending at the same time? Is it
I think
an
so,
option
yeah,
that's ending
most
at
of
the
them-
same time?
most of them all
So it's not one after another after another after another. So if we don't get one, we can't go and spend more money on the other. So that's not, all right, well,
They
that
all
answers,
close at the same time. It's an online site.
so it's all, online sites all closing at the same time. Well, that answers my questions. I'm good. Thanks.
Okay.
I have a couple questions. Just curious, I mean, you got 2 lathes and 2 mills. Ignorance of, I don't understand what this equipment does. They serve separate functions.
They do. The top 2, the jet lathe and the Acer E-mill, are manual equipment. The 2 Haas equipments are CNC machines that you program to be able to create whatever metal shaped thing you need to make. So there is a lot more in terms of the robotics and mechatronics that go along with those, and knowing how to program those things, and then a separate learning entity, I guess, would be the way I'd phrase it.
My next question then is this replacing equipment that is existing within the robotics?
The 1 and 2 would be replacing the old equipment they have, so the jet lathe and the Acer E-mill. That's what they currently have.
The other 2 would be add-ons to the fleet, if you will.
Yep.
And is there a salvage value out of the 2 they're replacing, or are you going to keep those as well?
I don't think they're going to look to keep them, because I think the ability to fix anything that breaks down is gone down. But I would imagine we would.
We
look
would
to try
dispose
to
of them
dispose
the same way that we're managing this transaction, which is to put them up for auction. We might get, salvage value at it, if they're not fully operational. But we in turn would put those on auction.
Okay. Thank you. Those were my questions.
Item one.
So the items that are up for auction, they're used, right? Or are they,
Yes.
okay.
Very few run hours, but yes.
Is it as is? Do we know the working condition or?
They've all been fired up within the last month to make sure that they're still operational and work. At the flat rock assembly plant, John Nevshevsky with DCTC
Oh, so
goes.
they're ours, so you know how they run.
Yeah,
Okay.
he works with them, and we make sure that they are properly maintained. So
Okay.
they've been there since new, and they've been maintained since they've been put in.
Okay.
Maybe they haven't been maintained really well.
Yeah, maybe they're not. Maybe they've been dilapidated,
days
and
of
yeah,
service.
maybe.
Who knows? Could be neglected.
Probably very, very low value.
Right, very little value. Okay, any other questions for staff? All right, seeing none, I'll bring the discussion back to the table, entertain a motion on action item number 3.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the robotics mechatronics equipment auction purchase of up to and not to exceed 62,000, including the maximum bid.
A motion from Dr. Pomponio, was there support?
Support.
Support by Mr. Green. He's really quick. Any discussion on the item? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion's approved. Action item number 4 is approval of the new cafeteria tables for the district. Mr. Rodriguez, let's see.
Good evening. Mark Rodriguez, Food Service Director. So the recommendation is to purchase new cafeteria tables for several schools in the district. We did put an RFP out about 3 weeks ago or so in February, and we received seven bids. So March 4th, we opened them up publicly, and so the recommendation, we had 7 bids, but Jason actually helped me with this this bid process. We had to eliminate some right off the bat. Some did not have all the proper paperwork, and we did ask for BioFit furniture, which is a standard for cafeteria tables and furniture in general. So some didn't meet the specs. So it came down to 2 companies. There's Martin Public Seating and Interior Environments. And Interior Environments is the company that we asking if we can recommend the purchase through them. They met all the requirements. Martin Public Seating only had tables that had 8 round. If you, in the packet, you can see each cafeteria, we had a diagram, and we spoke with all the principals how this would work in their cafeteria, and we all agreed to the diagram that you see. And the round tables had 10 seating. Martin could only provide 8 seating, so that would increase the amount of tables in each cafeteria. So that's why we eliminated them. So it really came down to Interior Environments. So that's the recommendation, to go with Interior Environments. The good note is that the purchase will come out of food service funds. We do have an excess fund balance, so this will actually help us. That's it. Do you have any questions?
Questions, Mr. Rodriguez? Dr. Maloney?
So is there a need for the tables, or is this that they have to buy?
No, I visited some schools and they're getting really, really old.
Okay,
I mean, I'd say 20, 25 years or more. Yeah,
okay,
so there definitely is a need.
okay, thank you.
The other thing I want to point out is in the specs, we did ask for a 13-year warranty. So that is labor and material. So that's a good thing. That's a long time.
Thanks.
Any other questions? Okay. Seeing none, I'll bring the discussion back to the table, entertain a motion on action item number 4.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the purchase of the new cafeteria tables for the district as presented.
Motion by Dr. Pomponio, is there support? Support. Support by Ms. Angel. Any discussion on the item? Okay, just to mention, this is part of our spend down plan, right? We have to spend this money. And
I'll
this
be
is a-
back another month to buy more stuff too.
Yeah,
'Cause I have
this is a good investment.
I need to spend more
Stuff we
money.
need, yeah.
So just by the way, the colors of the laminate and the seating, I still need to work with Sharon on that, but that doesn't have to be decided tonight, so.
Perfect. I wouldn't want to decide the colors right now.
All right.
All right, go ahead and call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion's approved. Action item number 5 is approval of the bonds ratifying resolution.
As we brought before the board at a prior board meeting, we went out for the sale of Series 2 bonds, and we pulled in with it the 2016 bond program loans, and we're able to get a very competitive interest rate. Our credit rating is very high. We received an A and then an AA for our Michigan school bond qualification and loan program, and that really is a reflection of the board's financial prudence moving forward, and their investments in our community, which has really returned on revenue and support and confidence. We, at this time, are able to save taxpayers the amount of $1.7 million based on the lower interest rate. And we were also able to get a very, very competitive one for 2026. We have also added to it a new strategy of paying down twice a year, which will allow us to pay these loans faster. And that will yield also another $615,000 worth of interest savings. So we are excited to bring the sale to you. We really feel like we got some strong support from the financial community, and it's reflected here. And we would just like you to approve the final sale.
Any questions for staff? Seeing none, I'll bring the discussion back to the table, entertain a motion on action item number 5.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve the bonds ratifying resolution as presented.
Motion by Dr. Pomponio, is there support?
Support.
Support by Mr. Coopser. Any discussion on the item? Just like to say thank you, it's good work. Like to see the bonds coming down and it's good, yeah, taxes coming down. It's a good reflection to be able to return money back. And that's a reflection of us being good stewards, so I appreciate it. Thank you. With that, I will go ahead and call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that motion's approved. Brings us to the last item on the agenda.
Mr. President,
Mr. Green,
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
motion to adjourn the meeting by Mr. Green. Is there support?
Support.
Supported by Dr. Pomponio. Any discussion on the item? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you.